Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Mindful Moments for Monday, March 23rd. Today, as you can see, I'm working with a little bit of a wrist challenge today. So our sequence is going to be focused on doing a lot of poses and a lot of movements that don't put too much pressure or weight on your wrists. So if you have a hard time with wrists being sore, or if they're just tired for some reason today, then this will be a good practice for you to incorporate into what you usually do. So we will start together here in a nice comfortable seat. You can have your legs crisscross if you'd like to, whatever is comfortable for you. And we can connect with our breathing here, taking a deep breath in through your nose and letting it out through your mouth. Again, breathing in through your nose and letting it out. One more time, take a deep breath in and let it out. And as you keep breathing, we'll just connect to our senses here a little bit and see if we can really ground ourselves into whatever space you're in right now. So first, as you continue breathing, bring your awareness to your sense of hearing. And see if you can notice one thing that you can hear around you. Maybe you can hear two things. Maybe three. And just notice what it is that you hear. Acknowledge it. And you can let it pass from your mind. And now bring your attention and your awareness to your sense of smell. Maybe someone's cooking in your house. Maybe you've got a candle burning somewhere in the house. Maybe you can smell the rain or maybe snow that's coming. Just notice whatever it is in your area that you can smell. And you can let that awareness go as you breathe out. And bring your attention to your sense of taste. Is there anything that you can taste right now? And acknowledge whatever it is. And let it go as you breathe out. And now bringing your awareness to your sense of touch. What can you notice your body is physically touching as you sit in this comfortable position? Maybe you feel the clothes on your body. Maybe you feel the floor beneath you. Maybe you feel the temperature of the air around you. Notice and let it go as you breathe out. And now if your eyes are closed, you can gently open them to bring your awareness to your sense of sight. You can look around you and notice, what do you see around you? Maybe there's some furniture, maybe there's a window, books, the floor, so many choices. And take a deep breath in and let it out. Another deep breath in and let it out. One more all together, deep breath in. And blow it out with a dragon's breath. And now take a deep breath in, reaching up into the air. Interlace your fingers together and breathe out, tilting to your right side. Taking a nice deep breath in here and letting it out. Breathing in, coming back to the center. And breathe out, tilting to the opposite side. Getting a nice big stretch. And breathe in, back to the center. This time you can take your fingers apart from each other. Take another deep breath in here, reaching up, 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 up. And breathe out, twisting to the right side, looking over your back shoulder, keeping a nice straight back. And taking a deep breath in, coming back to the center. And breathing out, twisting to the other side here. And breathing back in, back to the center. And breathe out, letting your hands come down by your sides. You can bring your hands to your knees, maybe that might be a little more comfortable, and we're going to do some seated cat-cows. So normally, we do our cat-cows when we're in our tabletop position, but to give our wrists a little bit of a break here, we can do them sitting down. So when you breathe in, just like we do when we're in tabletop for our cow, we're going to open up our chest, bring our shoulders back, bring our belly button forward, and gently tilt our head up as we breathe in. And then as we breathe out, tucking everything back in, just like a cat, arching your back now towards the wall behind you. Breathing in and opening up. And breathing out, tucking in. Breathe in, open up. And breathe out, tucking in. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out. Now go ahead and come back into a nice tall straight back. Breathe in and reach your shoulders all the way up to your ears. Tuck them up really, really nice and tight. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then breathe out. Roll them back down nice and long down your back. One more time. Breathe in. Reach them up. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And breathe out. Rolling them back down so they're nice and loose and relaxed. All right. Now, we're going to do some torso circles. So that just means that we're going to bring our chest and our back around as if you had a pencil or a paintbrush sticking out from your chest and sticking out from the middle of your back. So we're going to draw a huge circle all the way around with our torso. And you can choose what direction you're going to go in first and just seeing if you can make the biggest circle you can possibly make with your whole top part of your body. Making sure you're still breathing, going nice and slow so that we can give our body time to feel all of the different movements that this is taking. And once you get back to the front, this time you can pause and then switch directions. Go back around in the other direction. Nice job. Make sure you're still breathing. Taking nice deep breaths in and blowing it out. And one more time, then when you get back to the front, you can stop and come back into a straight, neutral position. The nice, tall spine. One more time, let's breathe in, bringing our shoulders all the way up to your ears. Squeeze, 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 and breathe out, letting your shoulders roll back down your back. Nice job. Now go ahead and find yourself. We can go into a tabletop first. We're going to move into a dolphin pose, but I wanted to show you that if you are having some wrist trouble and we are doing some tabletop type things, if you make a fist with your hand, it gives your wrist a little bit more support. So you're able to do some of these movements a little bit more. So we could do a cat-cow just like this, breathing in and breathing out, but you give your wrist a little bit more strength, okay? So from here, first, I'm gonna move my hands out just a little bit because we'll go into downward dog. So tuck your toes and reach your hips up into downward dog. This one you can do with your fists too. And we can pedal our feet out a little bit here. Walking our dog, stretching out a little bit, bringing your hips up towards the ceiling. And then to move into our dolphin pose, we're going to bring our forearms down to the mat here. So our feet stay the same, but our head gets a little bit closer to the mat. And this is our dolphin pose right here. Take a nice deep breath in here and breathe out. One more time, breathe in and out. Last time, breathe in and out. Go ahead and bring your knees back down to the mat and push yourself back into a child's pose. Resting here. Two more breaths here. And now go ahead, come back up into a tabletop. Tuck your toes, go into downward dog this time. And stay here. And then walk your feet up to your hands, into your forward fold up here. Make sure you still got a little bit of a bend in your knees. Breathe in and have a half lift so you can smell the flowers in front of you. And breathe out, dropping down. Breathe in, coming up halfway one more time. And breathe out, dropping down. This time, breathe in, reaching all the way up. And breathe out, hands to heart center. One more time, breathe in, reaching all the way up. Breathe out, folding down, keeping a flat back as long as you can, and then you can curve it once you're towards the floor. Take your opposite hands to your opposite elbows. You can rock gently from side to side. Shake your head yes, and shake your head no, making sure that your neck is nice and loose. Still being gentle with yourself. And then let your hands come back down towards the floor. Breathe in for your half lift, smelling the flowers. And breathe out, dropping down. Breathe in, coming all the way back up. And breathe out, hands to heart center. Pause here for 2 breaths, feeling nice and strong in this mountain pose. Your feet are rooted strongly in the ground. Your hands can stay at heart center, or they can come down next to you just like this, so that you're stretching out and open, facing the world either way. Both of them are mountain. And take another deep breath in, and let it out. One more deep breath in, and blow it out. Now I'm going to go to the top of my mat again. We're going to go through our moon sequence. This is a nice cooling down sequence, so it helps calm your body down. So I'm going to face this wall here to start, and I'm going to bring my arms up above my head and interlace them, keeping just my pointer finger straight pointing up, okay? And here, I'll turn this way so that you can see a little bit better. So I'm standing with my feet about a hip distance apart. My fingers are interlaced except my pointer finger is pointing straight up. I'm going to take a deep breath in here and then bend to the right. And I'm going to push this opposite hip away from my hand so that I can get a nice stretch here. And then breathing in, coming back to the middle. Breathing out, tilting to the other side, pushing my opposite hip away this time. And breathing in, coming back up. I'm going to release my hands and step out a little bit wider, and making sure that I have my heels pointed towards each other and my toes are pointed away with a little bit of a bend in my knees. This is my star pose. Fingers can be stretched out nice and strong, as if you've got beams of light that are coming out of all of your fingers. And a nice, bright, beautiful star. Take a deep breath in here. And breathe out, goal posting your arms, making sure your palms are facing in towards your head and bending your knees to squat down in our goddess pose. Breathe here. One more deep breath in. And let it out. Then breathe in, coming back into our star. You're going to tick-tock your feet so that your right toes are pointed straight in front of you on this side, and your left toes are making a T shape with your front foot, okay? So we've got the long part of the T here, and then the cross at the top of the T there with our feet. And with your hands, they're stretched out straight in front of you like this. Knees are almost straight, but there's a little bit of a bend. And you're going to reach with your right hand, and then tick-tock your arms down so that you're reaching towards the ground with your right foot and towards the sky with your left foot. Breathe here. Nice job. One more breath. Breathing in and out. Breathe in, coming straight back up. You're going to bring your back foot a little bit closer to the front foot, and you're going to twist your hips so now your hips are facing over your right leg. You can reach your hands up if you want. You can keep them here at your hips if you want. And we're going to take a deep breath in and breathe out, folding flat over that right leg for our pyramid pose. Take a nice deep breath in and let it out. One more time, breathe in and out. Now you're going to go ahead and bend your front knee and bring your back knee down to the mat so you're in a nice low lunge here. Make sure your knee is stacked right above your ankle, and your hands can be on either side of your foot there for a low lunge. Breathe in, and you can come up into a high lunge here, reaching up, or hands on your hips if that's more comfortable. And we're going to take a nice deep breath in, breathing in and out. This time, breathe in, and when you breathe out, sink your hips down a little bit closer to the mat. And then breathe in and release it. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out, sink down. Breathe in to release. Now bring both hands to the inside of that right foot. And you're going to bring your weight so that you're squatting on the right leg. So your right leg is bent, and your left leg is straight out, just like that. Nice job. We're in our half squat here. So breathe in. You can feel a nice stretch right here on the inside of your leg. Take a nice deep breath in, and let it out. Then use your hands to switch and walk your body over so that now your left leg is the bent one and your right leg is stretching all the way out next to you. Take a nice deep breath in here and let it out. Then use your hands to walk around your left knee now until you're in a low lunge with your left leg at the front, with your knee right above your ankle, and your back leg is now your right leg, and now you're in a low lunge on the other side. So take a deep breath in here on this low lunge. You can come on up here or hands on your hips again. We'll do a little bit of a stretch on this side, so breathe in, fill your lungs. Breathe out, sink your hips down a little closer to the mat if you want. And breathe in and release. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out, sinking down. Breathe in to release. You can put your hands on either side of that front foot. Bring your back knee up. And bring your feet together a little bit closer. Take a deep breath in, coming all the way up, reaching up, and breathe out, forward folding over your left leg this time for our pyramid on this side. Take a deep breath in, let it out. One more deep breath in, and out. Then breathing in, come on up, straight across. You can spread your legs a little bit more, tick-tock that back foot. So now the right foot is the top of your T, and your left foot is the long bottom part of the T. Still have almost straight legs, but just a teeny tiny little bend. Reaching your arms out to the sides here. Being nice and strong, you're opened up. And reach, this time to the left. And then tick-tock, so your arms are towards the ground and the sky once you can't reach any further. And take a nice deep breath here, and let it out. And breathing in, and letting it out. Breathe in, come on, back up straight. You can tick-tock your feet so that now your heels are pointed towards each other one more time. And arms are straight out in our beautiful star pose. Make sure your fingers all have their own little bit of space. You can wiggle them a little bit as if you're shooting laser beams out of all of your fingers. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. One more deep breath in and out. This time, take a deep breath in and breathe out, bending down on your knees and bringing the palms of your hands to face your head. Breathe here. One more breath in and let it out. Breathe in, coming back up into your star pose. You can step your feet together one more time. Bring your hands up above your head. Only your pointer finger pointing up towards the ceiling. This time, take a deep breath in And tilt to the left first. Breathe here. And breathe in, coming back up to the middle. And breathe out, tilt to the other side. Breathe in, back to the middle. And breathe out, hands to your heart center. I'm going to turn this way just so that I can stay on my mat. One more time, I'm going to breathe in and reach up. Breathe out, folding down, touching the mat, stepping back into downward dog. Breathing here. Then coming down to my knees and pushing back into child's pose. I'm going to breathe here for 3 full breaths. When you're done with your 3 breaths, you can bring yourself all the way down to your belly. You can have your arms right up behind you, your forehead's on the floor, your belly's on the floor, the tops of your feet are on the floor, and your palms are on the floor. So your palms are facing the floor. And you'll take a deep breath in here and let it out. And then take a deep breath in and just lift your chest and your arms and your head off of the floor for our half locust. Breathe here. And blow out and let your body come back down to the mat. Take one resting breath, resting your whole body on the floor. And now breathe in, again lifting your arms, your chest, and your head off of the mat, using your stomach muscles to hold you up in place. And breathe out, dropping back down. One more resting breath here. Breathe in and out. Last time, breathe in, lift your hands, reach back towards your feet, lift your chest and your head. Use those stomach muscles to keep the top part of your body lifted just a little bit. And breathe out, drop back down to the mat. Nice job. Go ahead and twist yourself onto your back. And let's go ahead and bring our knees to our chest. Give yourself a little bit of a hug here. You can roll on your back from side to side a little bit. And then breathe in, letting your feet go straight up. Your hands can come down by your sides. If you have a wall near you, like I do, you can let the wall help you to keep your legs up. This is just a nice, relaxing pose that actually can help you to fall asleep a little bit faster if you do it right before bed. It lets your body settle and lets your body find some stillness. So 2 more breaths here. And then go ahead and just hug your knees to your chest one more time. And then as you breathe out, you can let them fall to one side. You can bring your arms out to the sides here. If you want to, you can look over the shoulder that's opposite to where your knees are. And again, just breathing here. And breathe in, bringing your knees back to the center. And then breathe out, letting them fall to the opposite side. And breathe in, bringing them back to center. Then allowing them to fall back down towards the ground. And you can fully extend your legs out. Let your arms be gently by your sides. You can let your feet fall away from each other. As we enter into Shavasana, our resting pose. Connect back with your breathing. Breathing in through your nose. Out through your mouth. Again, breathing in and letting it out. One more time, breathing in and out. And as you keep breathing, just check in with yourself. See how you're feeling now. And as you're checking in with yourself, think of one thing that you are grateful for right now. And hold on to that one thing that you're grateful for in your mind as you start to bring some movement back into your fingers and your toes, giving them a little wiggle. Maybe stretching all the way above your head, giving yourself a full body stretch. And then rolling over onto your side. Pausing here for a minute again. And then use your hands to push yourself back up into a comfortable seat. You can feel free to open your eyes if they're closed. You can bring your hands to heart center if you want to, or just rest them on your knees. I'm going to bring my hands to heart center here. And bring to your mind one more time that thing that you are grateful for. What is that? And really rub it into your heart if you want to. Just to say thank you. Thank you, self, for taking some time for yourself today. And thank you for whatever it is that you're grateful for. I am grateful for you all joining me in doing our little practice today. And I am looking forward to seeing you again on Wednesday. And we'll close by saying Namaste. See you Wednesday.